Today we're going to be going over isolating quantities problems. Now these are worth 32 points on your average SAT because the skills you use in them are really helpful in a lot of other concepts, so definitely know these. Our approach is going to be to identify isolating quantities questions. We're going to break down the question. We're going to build a formula to solve them. And then lastly, we're going to solve a practice question together. So how do you identify these? Well, these questions will typically give you an equation with multiple variables. It is your job to manipulate the equation to isolate one variable in terms of the rest of the variables. And I'll show you what this means in 1 second. So here's the formula we're going to use for isolating quantities. Step number 1, we're going to identify your equation and what you're looking for. Step number 2, you're going to manipulate your equation to isolate your variable. Step number 3, you're going to find the answer choice that matches your new equation. So here's an example problem, and it reads the formula for volume of a sphere is volume equals 4/3 pi r cubed. Which of the following shows the radius in terms of the volume? Okay, so we currently have it isolated for volume, and we want it to be isolated for radius. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite our equation over here. And I'm going to do some algebra one step at a time until we have it in terms of radius. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 3/4, which should give me 3/4 volume. 3/4 volume equals pi r cubed. We can divide both sides by pi to get us 3/4 pi equals r cubed. And then lastly, we just need to take our cube root to get r equals the cube root 3/4 pi. So this is us manipulating the equation to get it in terms of r. And if I look at our answer choices, this one is going to be the same as answer choice A. And as we can see, A is correct. While these aren't directly useful in Desmos, this concept is very useful in a lot of other concepts because it's going to be testing algebraic skills and manipulating equations. And definitely get a lot of practice on these because if you don't understand them, they're going to hurt you in other concepts. So definitely worth knowing and understanding well.